Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel. My name is Engineer Owoicho. In the continuation of the discussion of the 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene, in this series we shall be looking at Law 6. In my first series video, I was able to discuss the first 5 laws with detailed explanations, real-life examples, and practical experience. And I mentioned that subsequently in my next upcoming video, I will be releasing 5 laws per each video. But I discovered that 5 laws is too much. People will get discouraged. They will not be motivated to watch and also consider the time. So for this reason, I have decided to be releasing 1 law per each video in the series to keep us more engaged, more inspired, and to stay connected and to get detailed understanding of what each law is trying to say. So I urge every one of us to stay connected, click the notification button, that is the subscriber button, so that you'll be notified whenever I release any video. So thank you so much. So in this series, we shall be looking at Law 6. What the Law 6 of the 48 Laws of Power said. What is it all about? The Law 6 of the 48 Laws of Power said, cut attention at all costs. Cut attention at all costs. Everything is judged by its appearance. What is unseen counts for nothing. Never let yourself get lost in the crowd and then buried in oblivion. It said, stand out, be conspicuous at all costs. Make yourself a magnet of attraction by appearing larger, more colorful, and more mysterious than the timid and bland masses. Let me explain what this law is all about. Let me state it again. It said, everything is judged by its appearance. People often form opinion about you not based on your true character, your talent, or true intention, but on how you present yourself. This might be your image, your confidence, your behavior, your dressing, your speech, and sometimes your body language. And you must also understand that in the real world, perceptions often matters more than reality. People respond to how things appear more than how they truly are. And that is why it is very important. Your perception, your first impression is very, very important. He said, what is unseen counts for nothing. If you cannot do something that you will be remembered for, you will be forgotten. So to stay relevant, in other words, if your hidden talents, your ideas, your efforts is not visible or it remains ignored, you will not be noticed. You will not be noticed. And that is why it says, never let yourself get lost in the crowd. Refuse to be lost, to be blended in the crowd. Make yourself notice. Create an image that makes you stand out, that makes you different, that gets you noticed at all costs. Sometimes you need to understand that negative attention can sometimes be useful. So challenge powerful figures that get you noticed and add mystery to it to get yourself noticed. You must understand that in the game of power, to stand out, you must be noticed. People follow what captures attention. So you must create an image that makes you different, that makes you unique. And this is what the Lord is trying to say. To stay relevant in power, you must capture attention. You must also understand that those who capture attentions control the conversation and the stage. In the game of power, to be visible is very, very important. So you must do something that will get you noticed, that will make people to talk about you, that will make you visible. And by so doing, you can what? Welcome attention. Sometimes you can play on people's intention to welcome attention, because attention gives influence. Now let us look at a powerful example of this law number 6 of the 48 laws of power. A very sound and a good example of this number 6 law is Elon Musk. Elon Musk is a very sound example of law 6. Cut attention at all costs. He knows how to make the world notice him. When the world doubted about electric car, Elon Musk was able to build a Tesla and made it a global sensation. He launched a rocket to the space and sent a car to the Mars, and the world was surprised. He captured the world attention. He talked of crazy things like colonizing the Mars, and the whole world stopped to listen to him. In the world today, on newspaper, on social media, everybody talk about Elon Musk. Reason being that he was able to do what people are afraid of doing. And according to Elon Musk, he said to be visible, to stay relevant in the game of power, you must do something that make you unique, that make you different, that people will talk about. So this is very, very important, and this is what the law is all about, because invisibility in the game of power is death. That is what it means. Now let us look at the second example of a young man by name Phineas Taylor Bannon. He was a 19th century and a businessman in America who understands the power of being noticed. So according to him, he said, obscurity in a crowded market, obscurity is a dead game. Meaning that if you are not noticed, your business will not succeed. So this young man has a museum and he wanted it to be noticed, to capture people's attention. So what he did was that he created a creature to attract curiosity. He displayed a Fiji mermaid, a creature that was made from fish and monkey, and people crowd trip in to come and see what he has done. And to capture more attentions, he was able to decorate the whole street with bold and colorful posters that people could not ignore. And when the people came and saw what it was, they discovered that it was not actually what they think, and people began to call him all sorts of names, and instead of him to be angry, he just laughed over it and said, sometimes negative publicity can welcome attention. So in this world of influence, to remain relevant, learn how to play on people's expectation to welcome attention. Just as, like I said, those who capture attentions control the conversation and the stage. Like in our world today, you must not necessarily be the most intelligent, but be the most noticed, because influence, attentions give influence. So this is what the law is all about. So thank you so much. Looking forward to see you in the next series. God bless you.